Hey, welcome back to Auspicious Tarot. Let's go ahead and get started. Take a moment to pause the video and meditate on the deck so your energies are infused and messages come out clearly and precisely so you have an idea of what is going on around you. Let's get an overall energy check-in for what is around you, my lovely Libras. What is the energy surrounding Libra? Ace of Pentacles. Nice. So there's an energy, an air of new opportunity coming forward. Greener pastures. This is something that you've been looking forward to for quite some time. Let's get some more energy about this Ace of Pentacles. What is this Ace of Pentacles? King of Cups. The Fool. Nice. You're showing up as emotionally balanced and completely prepared to take a leap of faith into a brand new journey. This could be a situation where you're switching career fields. You could be moving. We'll get some more information. Let's clarify Ace of Pentacles, please. Awesome. So you've accepted the ending of a situation. And now you're ready to give from a place of love, a place of overflow. Previously, there was a situation that left you feeling completely dispassionate. You were doing work before that you didn't really care for at all. And it left you feeling emotionally destitute, wondering, like, why am I even here at this particular workplace doing this? I feel nothing for this. If anything, it really started to make you resent the work you were doing. With this Ace of Pentacles, this is an opportunity where you're going to feel completely fulfilled. It's going to feel like you were meant to do this all along. It's going to be a complete stark contrast to what you felt before. You could be feeling pretty apprehensive too. This is an opportunity that you've been waiting for, but you've been worried that, you know what if you enter another situation that makes you feel just as empty and depleted as before? Let's clarify King of Cups, please. You may feel nervous to take this new opportunity, but it's going to be exactly what you need. Yeah, here with the Knight of Cups, this is just demonstrating more how you were feeling pretty hesitant to move forward. But ultimately, you will be taking this opportunity. You will move forward. Let's clarify with the Fool. Nice. You're going to be surrounded by a team that really supports you, a group of people who are genuinely dedicated to their craft, to the field. You could have worked in an environment before that was rumor heavy, big on gossip, big on just distractions and things that had nothing to do with actually moving the needle forward with tasks. Yeah, you're not going to experience that again. You're going to be around like-minded individuals who are actually dedicated to the work they're doing. They're dedicated to themselves and their lives in a way that's open and allows them to show up with their best self. So you're not going to be in a, pit of snakes anymore. You won't be dealing with that again. Nice. And underneath the deck, we have Eight of Wands. So keep an eye out for emails and text messages and phone calls in the coming days, because this new company, this new opportunity is going to be coming in quickly. Awesome. Final messages for my lovely Libras. Awesome. Yeah, you're definitely going to be getting a lot of public recognition for your ideas and your intellect, whereas you previously experienced sort of being shut down and not believed in. It's like you're moving from one staunch, stuffy office environment where people say things like, so and so is a nobody, or I'm better than so and so, based off of, I don't know, graduating from a school 30 years prior, but I mean, their work is not demonstrating any excellence from that school, I'll put it like that. You're going to be moving into an environment where you're going to be celebrated. People are going to look at you as a genuine subject matter expert, whereas you previously brought in years of experience to this other workplace. People wanted to undermine that because of envy. I get that you were working in an office or a workplace where people had different work backgrounds. Some people, essentially, you were more advanced in this field, in this subject, compared to the people around you. However, people were placed in higher positions above you before you even entered the company, based off of things like personality and can we manipulate this person to kind of do our dirty work. And so it's like people around you and who are in a higher position knew that you had a ton of experience and great ideas. And so they really wanted to kind of like cut you off at the kneecap, so to speak, because they knew that you were more adept and a better team player and more experienced than they were. And they hated that. And so they kind of just shut you down, even though you had great suggestions. You probably experienced, things like, oh no, we're not going to move forward with this idea. This is how we usually do things. And then like a month later, they're like, yeah, you were right. We're going to do it this way. But then they still wouldn't include you in the process either. Just literally tried to undermine you for no reason. Truly a company that was trying to think of like a snake just eating itself, eating its own tail until there's nothing left. That's essentially what this previous place was. And you're not going to experience that anymore. You're moving forward to a workplace where you're going to be celebrated. Your nervous system is going to feel regulated and calm, and in a space where you can expand and think of great ideas that are going to help move the needle forward and propel this new group of people you're going to work with. So I know it's so difficult. Coming from a toxic work environment is very difficult, and it can make you extremely apprehensive of the future, and can truly result in feelings of despair and feeling like, if this is what the field looks like at a certain level, this could be like this was a situation where it was like your first or second major role, where it could be the catalyst for something fantastic and really carry you forward into the next steps of your career, which in this previous workplace, the people around you knew that. And so if you were let go recently or something like that, I get the sense that yes, you were upset, but you were also very relieved, because it's not like you were being intellectually challenged. You were literally being stifled intentionally. And because, I don't know, these people just didn't make positive decisions in their personal lives, and so they just stopped having the imagination and the ability to help pull forward people that are like quote unquote behind them when it comes to like their position relative to them. They just decided, you know what, they want to see the world burn. So if you were let go, it was a great thing. Seriously, it was a very good thing. I get the sense that your finances are still afloat, you're doing fine. This new opportunity is going to make you more money than you had previously. And if it's one where you're making a little less money, you're going to have options and more room and space within yourself to create other avenues of income, other streams of income, because you're not going to be burdened by like forcibly put into an eight of swords position, essentially, where your intellect and your prowess are just completely cut off because, I don't know, those people are run by insecurity, and that's how they run their business, not through innovation. And just genuinely, I really get this was like a pretty nasty group of people, just really ugh. These are people that maybe have kids that don't talk to them, or they might have abandoned their kid, and then they come around like 20, 30 years later and they're like, ugh, I have to go to this kid's wedding. I never even wanted to raise them. These are like really gross people. People who just really lost their soul along the way because they chose to. I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter. You're moving on to much better horizons, and you're getting that message very soon. So prepare to interview. You're going to do great and you're going to get the position. Oh, nice. Here at the bottom of the deck, we have Page of Wands. This is you being allowed to explore other options and ways of doing things in this environment. Because again, you're going to be highly respected the way you initially deserved to be. Here we have the World. You are starting a brand new cycle in your career, in your life. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. We have the High Priestess. You had a feeling that you were probably going to get let go, or that just that workplace was not working for you. It was like you were doing the work, you were doing it very well, you were doing your best, cordial, kind, great person. Typical, beautiful Libra, airy energy. But you got the feeling that, yeah, this is not going to be the place for you. Like, there's no growth. You just knew there was no growth. And you were absolutely correct. Yep. And that's because there were people who were very greedy here with the Four of Pentacles. People who really wanted to kind of hold on to some sense of authority. But it's like, if you're the king or queen of Ish, you're the king or queen of Ish. You know what I'm saying? And you could kind of, you got a whiff of it from these people. You were like, okay, this is not the environment that they sold me to think it was. Here with the Hermit, showing that introspection. And then here with the Justice card. This is your ultimate justice for maintaining your integrity in a place where it honestly seems like the people there just completely lost the plot. You're in Empress energy, meaning that you're simply abundant. You are an expert in your field. You have everything you need. And anyone who was trying to kind of make you feel doubtful about your skills, that was intentional. And they were hoping you wouldn't see through it so that you would stay small enough to do the tasks how they wanted. And just ridiculous. Ridiculous stuff. So awesome. Well, congratulations, my lovely Libra. Make sure that you go ahead and follow, like the video, comment down below, and let me know how things are going. I'll see you next time.